My name's Elan Lee. I'm the Chief Design Officer for Xbox Entertainment Studios. I've only been there about 3 months, and I was actually at Microsoft once before, about 15 years ago, as a lead designer on the original Xbox, the launch portfolio, the 6 first games to come out on the Xbox. If you were to start delivering original content, original TV shows that you can only experience on the Xbox, that are best experienced on the Xbox, overnight you become the largest television network in the world. And what's even cooler than that is when you start to plug in that technology ecosystem into those shows, so that you don't have to just sit back and watch a show, although you can. But what if there were ways to use the controller or use your phone to unlock secret content? What if there were ways to dive deeper into a story, to get more immersed in the story? What if there were ways to bring your friends into the viewing experience with you and interact with them and share things out in a social scene in a way that the show you're watching was actually aware of that thing, aware of your activities, and could be made better because you are participating in the ways that you already feel comfortable with, in the ways that you're already really, really good at. So one of the big things I'm really excited about right now is synchronization between your phone and the TV, second screen technology. The numbers of people who have a cell phone or a tablet or a computer in their hand while they're watching TV is staggering. Based on reports, it's somewhere between 60 and 80%. I don't even care which of those two numbers you believe. Let's call it 60%. Holy crap, 60% of the audience has a second device in their hand while they're watching TV at all times. Now imagine how much cooler it gets if that device is aware of what's going on the larger screen. Imagine you're watching Game of Thrones, and imagine there's an archer there, and he takes his arrow and he pulls it back and he lets loose an arrow, and it flies across the screen and onto your cell phone with a thud, and the thing starts vibrating. How cool can storytelling get when one screen is aware of the other? No barrier to entry, no complicated setup procedures. These things are just aware of each other because they're on the same network. How cool is it when the social networks that you have on your phone are aware of the show you're watching and are aware of the conversations going on around that show, again, because they're pulling from the same server. So you can talk and it gets embedded as part of the show. The content that you create with your friends, the conversations you have, the exclamations, the, oh my God, I can't believe what just happened on that show. Those exclamations become part of the stream, and the shows are aware of them. And the technology is aware of how to split that up and how to build the best possible experience, knowing that big screen there, small screen there, not interactive, very interactive, and we'll split up the content accordingly to give you the best possible immersive storytelling experience. Something that I think a lot about is the notion that when you experience a story, you're only experiencing one aspect of that story, and that aspect is the perspective captured by the camera. And people have devoted their lives to making that one aspect as interesting as possible, and through cuts and fades and split screens and all kinds of interesting storytelling mechanics, that one aspect gets incredible. But it is still only one aspect, and I get really interested about the notion of, can you tell a story giving that freedom to the user instead? What if you did have tech that could show you any perspective of a story? Maybe it's headgear, maybe it's glasses, maybe it's some virtual concoction that allows you to walk into a scene, look to the place that you're most interested in, discover the story that's going on there, become your own cameraman for a scene, for actors, for a world that's taking place, and you have to hunt down the story and uncover its secrets based on the thing that's most interesting to you. This comes with a tremendous amount of risk. I don't mean to say that there's no place for directors and editors and directors of photography, because I study those things like they are religion, and I know how hard they are and how incredibly artful they are. So I don't bring this up to replace those things. I bring this up as an alternate experience, a second experience, a subsequent experience after you've experienced the director's cut, to walk around a story yourself and pull out the gems that might have fallen onto the cutting room floor, or might be intentionally left secret because only those few devoted fans who are so rabid to get more content know where to look, how to find them, and then how to explode them out into the larger world. The more devices that are just one thing will definitely be on the decline. Handheld gaming devices, I don't think they're actually going to go anywhere. I think they're just going to evolve to be more than one thing. I think they have to be in order to keep up with all the competition. And, you know, phone functionality, picture-taking functionality, social network functionality, all of these really low-hanging fruit things, I expect us to see a pretty significant convergence so that you can have one device in your hand that is unbelievably powerful at playing games, because that's what it was designed to do, but that's not the only thing it does, because audiences aren't interested in devices that just do that one thing anymore.